What if I told you the reason you're not living the life you dream of has nothing to do with talent, money or luck, and everything to do with your mindset? Today, I'm going to reveal the 20 rules of a success mindset, rules so powerful they can rewrite your entire future. But here's the catch. Most people will hear them and ignore them. The few who apply them, they win everything. Picture this. A young man wakes up every morning, slams the snooze button 3 times, and drags himself out of bed. He scrolls through his phone, comparing himself to others, and complains about the day before it even begins. Deep down, he dreams of success, wealth, freedom, recognition, but his daily habits quietly betray him. He doesn't realize it yet, but his biggest enemy isn't the economy, or his boss, or even bad luck. It's his mindset. That's the first truth, your thoughts. Write the script of your future before you even take action. Rule number 1, guard your thoughts like treasure. If you fill your mind with doubt, fear, and negativity, you've already lost. Negativity doesn't just steal your energy, it blinds you to opportunity. Rule number 2, replace I can't with how can I. Every breakthrough begins with the right question. Edison didn't say, I can't invent light. He asked, how can I make light last longer? And tried 10,000 times until he found the answer. Rule number 3, stop waiting for motivation. Successful people know motivation is unreliable. Winners act on discipline. They don't ask, do I feel like it? They ask, what needs to be done? Here's the harsh reality. The true enemy of success isn't failure, it's comfort. Comfort whispers, you can start tomorrow. But tomorrow never comes. Think about it. People binge Netflix for hours but say they don't have time to read. They spend money on things they don't need, but claim they can't invest in their future. It's not a lack of time or money, it's a mindset shaped by comfort. Rule number 4, fail forward. Every mistake is not a wall but a stepping stone. Every failure is tuition you pay to the University of Success. Rule number 5, detach from instant gratification. Social media likes, fast food, binge shows. These tiny pleasures rob you of long-term rewards. Winners sacrifice now for later. The biggest trap is this. The enemy of your dreams doesn't come with warning signs. It's subtle. It's hidden in small compromises, excuses, and distractions. That's why most people never win. But here's the twist. If the enemy is inside your mind, then that same mind can also become your greatest weapon. And once you learn to forge it into a weapon, nothing can stop you. So how do you sharpen the mind into the strongest blade you'll ever carry? That's what we'll uncover now. As we have exposed the enemy, now you will be given weapons to fight. Because the truth is this, a weak mind collapses under pressure, but a warrior mindset becomes stronger with every challenge. Picture a samurai preparing for battle. Calm, disciplined, ruthless about his focus. He doesn't wait for the perfect moment. He creates it. That's the mindset you need to win in life. Rule number 6, control your mornings, control your life. The first hour of your day dictates the rest. If you start with chaos, rushing, scrolling, snoozing, you're already behind. But if you start with clarity, movement, gratitude, planning, you've won before the world wakes up. Rule number 7, feed your mind daily. Just like your body, your mind needs fuel. Books, podcasts, mentors, these are mental meals. Gossip, negativity, and endless scrolling, that's junk food for your brain. Winners are careful about what they feed their mind. Rule number 8, seek discomfort on purpose. Growth doesn't happen in ease. Take cold showers, push out one more rep at the gym, have that difficult conversation. When you choose discomfort, you build resilience for the storms ahead. Think about David Goggins, the Navy SEAL, who went from 300 pounds and spraying cockroaches in a pest control job to becoming one of the toughest endurance athletes alive. He calls it the calloused mind. Every time he wanted to quit, he reminded himself, pain is training. That's rule number 9, seek friction. The more you resist resistance, the more unstoppable you become. But the warrior's code isn't just about raw toughness. It's also about protection. A samurai sharpens his sword, but he also chooses carefully who stands beside him. Rule number 10, guard your circle. Look at your 5 closest friends. You're an average of them. If they're dreamers, you'll dream. If they're complainers, you'll complain. Energy is contagious. Protect yours like gold. Here's a simple exercise. The next time fear or doubt creeps in, don't shrink. Whisper to yourself, this is training. Suddenly, every obstacle becomes a gym for the mind. But there's one more danger, comparison. Even warriors fall when they take their eyes off their path. To look at someone else's, and comparison, it's the silent killer of progress. So how do you break free from the trap of comparison and finally run your own race? That's the secret we'll unlock now. Imagine two runners on a track. One focuses on the finish line. The other keeps glancing sideways at the competition. Who do you think loses speed first? The answer is obvious. But here's the twist. Most of us live our entire lives as the second runner. We measure our worth against someone else's highlight reel. Rule number 11, run your own race. Success isn't about being better than others. It's about being better than who you were yesterday. Social media fuels this trap. You see someone flaunting their car, their vacation, their perfect body, and suddenly you feel behind. But what you don't see is their debts, their arguments, their insecurities. You're comparing your raw footage to someone else's edited trailer. Rule number 12. Redefine success on your terms. For some, success is freedom of time. For others, it's financial security, health, or family legacy. If you don't define it, the world will define it for you, and you'll always feel unworthy. Rule number 13. Gratitude is the antidote to comparison. Every night, list 3 wins, no matter how small. Progress compounds, but only if you recognize it. Gratitude shifts focus from what you lack to what you're building. Here's a story. Michael Phelps, the most decorated Olympian of all time, didn't win by watching other swimmers. In fact, there's a famous photo where his rival, Chad LeClos, is looking sideways at Phelps, while Phelps is locked in on the wall ahead. Who won? Phelps, always. That's rule number 14. Keep your eyes forward. Distraction kills momentum faster than failure ever could. But there's another danger. When you're too busy comparing, you forget your own unique gift. Nobody can beat you at being you. That's your weapon, so stop running someone else's race. Imagine building a skyscraper while staring at your neighbor's house. Wouldn't that be insane? Yet that's exactly what we do when we compare. Instead, pour every ounce of focus into laying your bricks one by one. Slowly you'll rise above, not because you wanted to outshine them, but because you mastered your craft. But mastering your craft requires more than focus. It requires one powerful force that most people underestimate: the force of habits. If mindset is the engine of success, habits are the fuel. Because let's face it, success isn't built on big wins, but on small invisible actions repeated every single day. Rule number 15. Your habits create your future. Show me your routine, and I'll show you where you'll be in 5 years. Think of it like this. Water doesn't cut through rock because of strength, but because of consistency. That's how habits work. Tiny actions repeated with persistence carve out impossible results. Rule number 16. Design your environment for success. Willpower is overrated. Winners don't rely on motivation. They structure their surroundings. Want to eat better? Don't keep junk food at home. Want to read more? Leave a book on your pillow. Success is about removing friction. Rule number 17. Stack your habits. Attach a new habit to an existing one. Want to meditate daily? Do it right after brushing your teeth. Want to write every morning? Do it right after making coffee. Link habits like chains, and soon they become unbreakable. Consider Warren Buffett. He didn't become one of the richest men alive overnight. His fortune is the result of daily reading, consistent investing, and patient compounding. He followed habits, not hype. Rule number 18. Track progress, not perfection. Winners don't aim to be perfect. They aim to improve. Even 1% better every day multiplies into greatness over time. But here's the catch. Bad habits compound too. Every just one more episode, every skipped workout, every dollar wasted adds up. The life you're living today is the compound interest of your past habits. Here's a powerful exercise. Ask yourself, if I repeat today's habits for the next 5 years, where will I end up? If the answer scares you, it's time to change. Habits are destiny in disguise, and the greatest achievers don't rise because of luck. They rise because their habits elevate them when motivation fails. But habits alone aren't enough, because life will always throw storms, setbacks, and chaos at you. The final piece of the puzzle: here's the mindset that keeps you unshakable. No matter what comes your way. And that brings us to the last chapter, the ultimate mindset shift that separates those who merely survive from those who win. We've exposed the enemy, armed the warrior, escaped comparison, and mastered habits. But there's one final rule. Without it, success feels empty. Rule number 19. Success is not the goal, significance is. Too many people chase money, status, or fame only to feel hollow when they get it. True fulfillment comes from impact, from knowing your wins lift others too. Think of Elon Musk. Love him or hate him, his drive isn't just money, it's to change humanity's future. Or Oprah Winfrey, who built an empire not just for herself, but to empower millions. They understood the shift. Success is personal. Significance is universal. Rule number 20. Leave a legacy, not just a lifestyle. Ask yourself, when I'm gone, what will remain because I lived? Here's the paradox. When you stop chasing success for yourself and start serving something bigger, success chases you. Doors open, opportunities flow, because people follow leaders who lead with purpose. This is the ultimate mindset. Not just winning, but winning in a way that matters. Now imagine this. Your years ahead, standing at the peak of your life. You look back and you see a journey shaped not by luck, not by shortcuts, but by the rules you chose to live by. 20 rules, 20 shifts, 20 ways you rewired your mind to unlock the life you always dreamed of. And now comes your choice. Will you let this just be another video you watched, another spark that fades? Or will you take these rules one by one and carve them into your daily life until they transform you completely? Because here's the truth. You're not just one decision away from success, you're one mindset away. If this video lit a fire inside you, imagine what happens when you keep feeding that fire every single week. That's what this channel is all about, helping you win, not just once, but for life. So if you're ready to join this journey, hit subscribe, turn on notifications, and be part of the movement. Because here at 20 to Win, we don't just watch success. We build it.